This matter comes before the court at this time for a scheduled final hearing. Aaron Hargrove, are you still pursuing your petition for divorce in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to need to take some testimony from you regarding the allegations of the petition. If you'd raise your right hand at this time. You do solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in the matter now in hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God, I swear.
State your name for the record, please.
Aaron Hargrove.
Okay. How long have you been a resident of the state of Kansas?
Since October and November of 2020.
Okay. When and where were you married to the respondent, Tobias Seth Hargrove?
In Colorado in June 28 of 2009.
Okay. Are there any minor children from this relationship?
No.
Right. You've alleged in your petition that you and he are now incompatible. Does that mean you have differences you can't reconcile and that you need to go your separate ways?
Yes, sir.
And you're asking the court to grant a final decree of divorce today on the legal ground of incompatibility?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you already split up your personal property?
Except for the house that we are living in, we are fairly split, yes.
All right. So there's some real estate here. And where's that real estate located?
As far as our house or the land that we own.
Okay, you have house and land then?
Yes.
Okay, the house is where?
It is at 520 Woodstone Place, Andover, Kansas, 67002.
How do you propose that real estate be dealt with?
I have a...
Buckle up, guys. Today we are diving into a divorce hearing that starts calm but quickly reveals serious tension underneath. The judge begins with routine questions, but the moment Erin confirms the marriage is beyond repair, you can already sense this case is heading toward a messy financial dispute instead of a peaceful separation.
List of assets that I put what I guesstimated the value of stuff to be. And as we split that up, I would like things to be 50-50 down the middle, and with just the house making things equal with what he gets and what I get. So he has close to $100,000 more of assets than I do. So I would like to split up the house to represent that.
Okay. Right now you're in the house in Andover?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you proposing that you keep it long-term?
No, it is on the market now. It's actually under contract, and it should sell on June 2nd.
Okay. All right. So your proposal on disposition of the proceeds would be what?
I have a paper here that I tried to email, but apparently my work email will not allow me to email out. But I can, let's see. I've got a fair amount of paperwork here, but I don't know what's easiest for you. The amount that we owe is owed to my parents. And so that would be some of the debt that we have. But basically at the house, I don't know if this is easy to read or not. That's what I came up with what Toby would get from the house and what I would get from the house.
It's not. So would you just go ahead and read those numbers into the record?
Oh, yes. So if we sell the house for $305K, which is what it's listed at now, what we would end up with after the brokerage fees and everything would be $280,168. And that with the differences in...
Now the real conflict starts showing itself. Erin breaks down the house sale, the assets, and the money split, but then drops a major claim that Tobias would walk away with nearly $100,000 more than her. The courtroom still sounds polite, yet the numbers alone make it obvious this divorce settlement is far from settled.
Assets that I would get $166,343, and he would get $1,113,826, and that would be with him taking on the debt of that we owe to my parents.
Okay. Do you think that that's fair, just, and equitable?
I do.
Now, the personal property, furniture, appliances, clothes, other stuff, that's already been split up?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
no?
Okay. Cars and that kind of thing?
Uh.
All right. Are you wanting a previous name restored?
Yes, sir.
What is that name?
Aaron Renee Madonna.
Okay. All right. Have you discussed this proposal with him before today?
Yes.
Okay. Did he agree to it?
I'm not entirely sure. He said that we still needed to work on some stuff, but I was never able to get really talk to him about it.
Okay. Are there other debts that need to be allocated besides anything that you've covered so far?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. Okay, Mr. Hargrove,
Yes, Your Honor.
you patiently waited for her to complete her testimony here. Are you disputing anything she's proposed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are you disputing?
The House.
Because this is the moment the hearing shifts from smooth testimony into visible disagreement. The judge asks a simple question about whether both sides agreed, and Erin's answer exposes communication problems, unfinished negotiations, and growing frustration that had clearly been building long before court started.
Is an asset. The debt to her parents is joint. The house and the debt should be split 50-50. And the list of assets. So my personal feeling is most of the assets were obtained in Colorado. And during the time in Colorado, I provided the majority of the income. There was actually a couple years where I made over twice what she made. And there are a number of things that are just inaccurate and incorrect on the paperwork.
All right.
And it all needs to be corrected. And I have been, because of this situation, I was forced out of the house. I've been living with my dad in Cedar Point, so I have a 131.4 mile a day round trip commute, and I have very little time. We were able to meet once for an asset separation meeting, and I felt it was constructive and we were making good progress, but due to time and schedules and her going on vacation, just a number of things. I was taking care of some things for my dad. We hadn't been able to meet up and have a second meeting, but I stayed up late last night. I've got most of everything split out, but the biggest thing is that I see is placing full value over into my column is trying to make me pay for it half again, because I've already paid for it over half of it the first time, and I'm not going to pay for the second half twice.
All right, Mr. Hargrove,
Tobias finally gets the chance to speak, and he immediately challenges almost everything presented in court. He argues the debt should be split equally, claims several financial details are inaccurate, and says he already carried most of the financial burden during the marriage. The strongest moment comes when he says he refuses to pay twice, forcing the judge to suddenly pause the hearing.
Let's stop you there. What I want to do, I want to look over the paperwork in this file for a few minutes before we resume.
Yes, Your Honor.
Things are a little more complicated than I anticipated here. I'll take a brief recess. Please stay with the Zoom meeting.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will reconvene here in just 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay. I'll
right.
turn
We're
off
gonna
the
take-
audio and video.
All
Your Honor,
right.
if that's okay.
We'll take a brief recess at this time.
Okay.
As before, the court has now had an opportunity to look over the and Tobias Seth Hargrove appearing as before. The court has now had an opportunity to look over the only domestic relations affidavit that's been filed in the case. Normally, when there are contested matters, each party files their own affidavit setting forth their views regarding assets and debts. I do have Aaron's that was filed some time ago. It identifies the income of the parties, bank accounts, household budgets, does identify the debt owed apparently to Aaron's parents, as well as credit card and some other expenses. And then identifies the two properties, the Woodstone Place property and then Cedar Point. What's the Cedar Point property exactly?
There are, I think, 4 lots. We bought it in 2 different sections. One was $1,000 and one was $700. Yeah, just small little properties that are all adjacent to each other to make one property.
Okay.
It's
Well,
right across the street from my dad's house in Cedar
Okay.
Point. My great uncle Dave actually lived on the first property.
Okay.
It's a junk property, essentially. It's just a lot.
Because after the recess, the judge comes back looking far more concerned than before. As he reviews the paperwork, it becomes clear the case was not fully prepared for a contested hearing. Missing affidavits, disputed assets, family debt, and even a strange junk property all start complicating what was supposed to be a straightforward divorce proceeding.
It does have wells.
Well, there's several different ways we can proceed here. I don't know that if you're going to present any documents, spreadsheets, asset listings, or even written proposals, I think it's going to be unwieldy to handle it by Zoom today. I don't even know if the other party has each other's materials. And you need to know what the other one's going to present. The other thing I could do is I could give you a breakout session, which is a private session that you two could talk while we're all here together. This part would not be public in any way, and I wouldn't hear it. But you guys could talk to each other and see if there isn't any way you can kind of narrow the gap here or even settle things. Do you think that's worth trying to do, Mr. Hargrove?
I think it would be worth it. I would like to do it in person. I feel like it's easier if we can look at a sheet together. It's just time has not really allowed for us to do that. I actually can get some time to do that this afternoon. That's my personal feeling. That's not saying I'm right. Aaron, how do you feel?
I would prefer not to get together with you in person. I have been trying to get this done with you for quite some time, and I don't feel that you are cooperating. I feel that I have been giving you information and you are withholding information from me to where this idea that we share the house 50-50 is brand new to me. Caught me off guard.
Okay, before we go any further, I don't think it's going to hurt to put you two in a breakout room. You're on Zoom. You both should be comfortable with that conversation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That part's not recorded, not publicly broadcast, and I don't hear it. So we'll put you in a private session, just let you two talk for a few minutes. And then when you're ready, come back on with your full video and we'll resume proceedings in court. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Let's pause recording and broadcasting, Mandy, and let's go ahead and put those two in a breakout room. Just allow them to talk and perhaps converse about the issues of the case. Court's in recess.
Okay, am I setting you guys up in a breakout room? Is that what he said?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Two parties will be in a breakout room.
Sorry, it's cutting out on me really bad.
This final section exposes the complete breakdown in communication between both parties. Tobias says he wanted more time to work things out, while Erin accuses him of withholding information and refusing to cooperate. The judge eventually sends them into a private breakout room, but by this point, the tension is impossible to ignore. If you enjoyed this courtroom breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.